Hi there, YouTube. It is I, the one, the only, Naudia, Exotica. I'm out in the pouring rain. It's very comforting. I have my knitting project here. This color is so gorgeous. The name of it is called Henna, and it's wool. It's wool. Is it still yarn? If it's wool, it's a wool yarn, right? Or it's just wool. I don't know. The intricacies of it all. But I love this like orangey coppery color. Anyway, I'm gonna try and make an infinity scarf because I got 2 bundles. Anyways, the other thing is someone dropped their necklace and it's broken and it's a little smiley face. You see, cute. And no one's claimed it. Oh, and the other side it's a sad face. That's cute actually. I didn't know that. No one's claimed it. So it's a little scuffed up. Probably been ran over a couple times. Anyways, so this video is going to be about whoring, of course. It's raining, it's pouring, and I'm talking about whoring, my dears. And there was something brought up. I remember I wrote this down in my notes app. During a live stream, my sweet Tasha, I believe it was Tasha, asked me about my most interesting client. And I went off on this tangent. I'm like, this tangent should be talked about and chatted about on my actual like YouTube page because I feel like it holds some weight. So, but anyways, so my most interesting client, I would say, is one of 3 of the wealthiest men that I've ever chatted with, seen, talked to, video called with, and let it be known, okay, because I've talked about this extensively on my YouTube. When I was like really in the thick of it, the most affluent men I've ever encountered were all virtual, like from hotlines, webcamming, stuff like that. Never escorting, always, but I did meet some interesting people escorting too, but I feel like this one really takes the cake because there was a couple of clients, well, I can think of 2 of like very wealthy men who at times they would FaceTime with me in the most weirdest, most randomest places. And I remember the answer I gave her was this traveling architect who would show up sometimes in fucking Italy and he'd show me out the balcony of his terrace or whatever. I don't know. The terrace of his hotel room, the balcony, I don't know. And I found it very fascinating. And this man actually helped me out quite a bit, when I was struggling. And I'm forever grateful. But just the fact that there can be architects who travel, I don't know, that to me takes the cake. I thought that was really cool. But that's not really kind of like the gist of why I'm bringing this here. A lot of people, no, let me not generalize. It's very pushed in terms of the 304s to sleep with rappers or to try and, that's when you make it, when you are in bed with a rapper or a celebrity. And sure, of course, like, yeah, right? Because like they have the means to just fork it over, I guess, quite a bit of hefty cash. However, to me, celebrities and then basketball players and like rappers, I feel like a lot of people this is gonna sound fucked up. The way that they're talked about with these hoe stories, it seems like they're pretty fucking easy. Some of them are pretty easy, and some of what's been said about them, that they're very quick to jump in the sack, right? They're just easy. It's not that much of a challenge once you gain access to said people. And that, again, like I've even had a conversation about that. I think it was my first Vlogmas where I was talking about exclusivity. And exclusivity means that you haven't been with everyone. They can't all say that they've been with you, right? But I would maybe And listen, I'm not telling you to do a damn thing. If you have the opportunity, seize the opportunity, my dears. Absolutely, why not? Like, just to say that you can, but to try and gain something from it other than money, or again, you know, like, who knows what kind of knowledge they can instill, you know, absolutely. But me personally, what I find very interesting are the weirdos, or the not so much weirdos, but just the quirky ones. The ones who are traveling architects, like that guy. The ones who are out on a fucking archaeological dig in Guatemala. The ones who are not so sought after, if you will. My interest is very piqued with those types, because you really never know first of all, what they have to say, but second of all, how generous they can actually be, right? Especially if their job entails traveling, and maybe they're not keen on, you know, exploring tourist sites while they're working, or, you know what I mean? It's like, you really kind of have to work a different angle. Does that make sense? So when I say my most favorite client was a traveling architect, well, it wasn't just for the money he was shoveling out. It was for the fact that I could see some really cool fucking things, weird things, random places that he'd be, and he'd show them to me because of how in-depth our conversation would be. And that was just webcamming. Like, I can't imagine those who are highly sought after exclusive escorts. Like, I can't imagine what kind of opportunities they would get with these archetypes, with the types that are not so mainstream, if you will, or pushed. They're not the fucking rappers, or the basketball players. Would I love a basketball player? I would do it, absolutely. But it's not propped on a pedestal for me. As a matter of fact, like, show me the weirdos. I want the ones who maybe have some, you know, I keep saying weirdos as if it's like an insult. I don't want it to come across as an insult, but just show me the slept on, the people who are most slept on. Show me the people with a degree in fucking something bizarre, and it enables them to do bizarre things throughout the world. I want him. That's who I want. Because you really never know what kind of things could sprout from such a connection. You really don't. So I guess the main key point is, if you are out there escorting, webcamming, hotline working, don't sleep on the people who maybe seem a little unconventional, or just like they're not in this big kind of huge career path, because you just never know. As I stated before, like a broken record on my YouTube, people can often surprise you, and there's something to learn from everybody. And I think, like, in the most strangest of places, in the nooks and crannies, you never know what you could come up with, or what kind of connection you can make. So just take the opportunity to get to know others, especially in some very funky, cool career paths. All right. That man was so interesting. I wish he had just at some certain point he ended up falling off, and that happens a lot. That happens a lot throughout anything that you're doing, webcamming, whoring, whatever, because they kind of want the next best thing. They want the next, you know, they want to see what else is out there, and I get it. Not all people become attached. But this man, I would say we'd had a pretty good handful of interactions, and he really saved my ass at times. This was when I was like living on my own. So, yeah, don't overlook people. Hear them out. See what they have to say. Get to know them. And don't judge a book by its cover. And I look forward to our weekend live streams as per usual, and I want to get to a point where webcam's just like off the table again, and I can just focus all on my YouTube. I did not cam this whole week because I've been so hyper fixated on my website, exoticamob.com, and putting so many bells and whistles to it. So it's been taking up a lot of my time, but I have a feeling it will be worth it. So anyways, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, or video requests, feel free to email me. My email is naudiaexotica@gmail.com. Follow all my links at naudiaexotica.com. I feel like I've worn this combination before. These extensions, this cardigan right here. It was right before I went to my sister's house this last time. I wore, maybe not this tube top, but definitely this. And also don't forget to read my blog my leg is itching so bad. Naudia'sCurioTrove.com. Become a member today. The first link in the description, and also hit up exoticamob.com for the gallery and the goods. And until the next video, you will be hearing from me very soon.